So, we bought a CRT off eBay, but the thing was located in Tennessee, Lewisburg, Tennessee. And to get it shipped up here to the Northeast, from a commercial carrier, was like approaching $300. I don't know why that was. I've shipped things to all other parts of the country. But for significantly less, I went to a site, U-Ship, that one of the retail outlet pack and ship stores told me about. So sure enough, I put a bid on, I placed an ad on it, and I believe it's GT Transport picked up my bid, and I accepted it. So it says he's in town. It only took a few days, and basically says he's right here. The street in between there and there. We'll take a drive down. We only paid under $20 for the CRT, but getting it here was, I certainly didn't want to drive. I had an inclination to drive to Tennessee, but no. Okay, so we'll call and see where he's at. Yes, this is the address here, and I just saw a vehicle come in on a flatbed, so let's follow this guy around. I think he's transporting a Toyota or Range Rover or something. This must be where we're at. And I see the gentleman there. He must be in that Ford pickup there. So here's the tube. It's dark. We're not going to get much video here, but I have your number for you, and you're Rick from GT Transport.
GIT, yes.
GIT Transport.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, how was your trip? And what's in Lewisburg, Tennessee?
Very small, a whole lot of nothing town.
Yeah. Well, judging by the price to ship this stuff, it must be in the middle of no place. I don't know the zones, but
it is hour out of Nashville.
Yeah, just below Nashville. It looked like
below
about 50
Nashville. There's no. Nashville's the nearest city, about an hour out.
All right. Well, it looks good. I hope it's good. We'll test it when we get home.
Repackage it.
That's fine.
So
it looks good.
You want me to open it up for you?
No. I'll test it when I get home. It looks good. It looks good.
But there's chunks of foam in there about like this.
Yeah.
And I dumped them back in there just along with some peanuts to keep it solid.
Yeah.
But that thing was on 2 layers or something down in a box with all the square things around it.
Yeah.
And then peanuts. And then more square things and more peanuts. And then that box was in another box done the same way.
Yeah, she was...
I mean, it was crazy.
It was overkill, but this would have shipped fine like this. But hey, it's here, and I thank you. So this is what you need. Yeah. Check that out, and see if that's what you want. Well, I can still spot a vintage TV at 30 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour. Let's see what this thing is. A Sylvania. Not vintage enough, though. Okay, so here we are back at home base with our box. Again, it was delivered by GIT Transport. GIT. Rick was his name, and if you need anything from Texas, Tennessee to the Northeast, they'll be happy to bid on it for you. This should be a 21, not broken, CBP4. And it's a Silverama RCA. We'll get this packing peanuts out of here. Okay. Like I said, this was just a blind sale. Taking a chance here that this tube is good. The only reason I bought it, knowing it's a Silverama, has a 1970 date code on it. 1970. 7004. Made in USA. I don't know, this is all new material used. Okay, so it is a rebuilt. 21CBP4A. And this is slated, if it's good, it's used obviously, but I'm told it's good. So this will go into, I believe we want it for this, the Dumont, the 1960-61 Dumont with the VM record changer on the side, with the original Emerson Dumont tube. This one does say 21CBP4 right on the tube chart. So let's see how it tests. Okay, so here we go. We'll use the B&K. Heater 6.3. Start our heater off a little low. See if the tube lights. Now the seller did say that this tube has been tested. And the tube is lit. Heater's at 6.3. We'll give it about 30 seconds to warm up. Okay, it's been about 30 seconds. Good for shorts and emission. It is in the good. Let's set cutoff. Cutoff sets really well. I'm gonna go back. Okay, so I get about 300 on the meter. We'll leave it on a few minutes and see what it does. Okay, about a minute or so, but it still sits around 300 on the meter there. I've never seen any of these test way up on this tester anyway. Okay, as a comparison, let's go over to the Dumont and we're going to test that one. Okay, we've tested this tube before in an earlier video, and perhaps some of you out there will know this pin here for the focus, this jumper, you're supposed to move there and there. Is that part of the set or part of the CRT? I believe it's part of the set, so I would transfer this over to the other tube, and you have two settings for focus, I gather. Again, this is the Dumont 500A, RA500A. This tube here, the cap is loose. This almost got necked. This does produce a picture. However, when we tested it, it was very, very weak. Original tube. So turn on the B&K and see how it does. Let that sit there and warm up a minute. Tube is lit. Now this is stranger than fiction. I've tested this tube before. The short lights were not on before. I've never seen that. Okay, it could be the loose socket. Loose socket there. Tube is still lit. As I was saying, that didn't happen the first time, so 6.3. No shorts. And there's our emission. I'll try and set cutoff. Cannot set cutoff. And emission. So, and this does display a picture. Needle doesn't even move. Barely. So what I was thinking of doing is maybe save this tube for the early television museum, maybe, if they ever get up and running. Or I was thinking of giving it a shot with the Sencor CR70 and putting it in the RCA over there, because that tube's had shots. It has no emission also, and put the good tube in this set and put this one in the other one. And just for the heck of it, we'll go up a little bit on the heater here. Go up to about 8. Yeah, so this tube is very, very weak. 8 volts, it just barely comes up. So there you have it, the Dumont and the new 21 new rebuilt used Silverama 21CBP4. Oh, one last thing, very important. I haven't looked at the front of this tube to see how the screen is. Let's take a look at that. Okay, the front of this tube is fine.